Hello, Cappy. How are you this week? Hopefully your reading doesn't send me on a wobbler. Oh, the last two readings I've been doing for you, like which is like more like 4 or 6 readings because I don't know. It's like Capricorn energy. Are you going through some kind of major upheaval or something? I don't know. You feel like you're pretty good. Your energy feels like centered, grounded. You know what you want. You know what you've got to do. Um, you've got a plan. The Nine of Pentacles is showing here, which is your card in the tarot for me. It's independent Capricorn. It's independent. It's Capricorn standing on their own 2 feet. Being quite business minded, money minded, practical, stable, doing the right thing for themselves. Yeah, getting the finances in order. This is like strong, stable Capricorn. Looking after Capricorn. The Queen of Pentacles is normally Capricorn partnered. The Nine of Pentacles is independent. So it could be you're going more independent in terms of finances or the work that you do or your home life. You could be like single and loving it, right? I did have something about you dating a couple of readings back. But it feels like you getting on your own 2 feet and realize you don't actually need anyone else. Like you're actually quite good on your own. Cappy, you do tend to be quite an independent energy. Yeah, you feel good. You feel good. I think some of you have got over a relationship. That's been coming through for a while. I think, you know, a long time Cappy had this like dark cave energy about the readings, but it feels like you're out the other side of it now. You've done what you needed to do. You've got back on your own feet. You're good. You're fine. Cappy's good. Hey, Cappy, you're happy. Yay. What am I getting for you then? As soon as I began channeling for you, I didn't have what Libra had. Libra had something really good. The second I thought about Libra's energy, the second I thought about your energy, I got Always Be My Baby by Mariah Carey. So I feel like you've maybe had a choice to make. I think you've had a choice to make in terms of, it feels like career or love, which you had this for so long. Like it kept on coming up for you, like last year. Career or love, finances or love, right? And I think you're choosing. I think you're choosing you. I think you're choosing what you need to do to feel secure before you go doing anything else. It could be something to do with like your dreams. Like Cappies tend to be quite. You care about what you do. So a lot of the time you have a lot of love for your craft, a love for the work you do. You put your all into it, right? You really care about the things you do. You want to do them well, you want to do them right, you want to do them properly, you want to be proud of it. So career is important to you, your job is important to you, that your skills, your hobbies, the things you do are important to you. Sometimes you can get very, very caught up in that and you can sideline emotions and you can sideline love. It's not that love and family and friends and things aren't important to you, because they absolutely are. And I think you take your responsibilities and commitments to those things very, very seriously. A lot of you have actually been reassessing where you've been putting your time and energy and responsibilities, because I think you have given a bit too much to the people around you. And so I feel like some of you have kind of done a bit of pruning. It's funny, this gardener language is coming through. This bit of pruning in terms of your relationship, about setting those boundaries, because you were giving too much of yourself away. And this feels like a pulling back of the energy. It's like, no, I'm sorting myself out here. I'm prioritizing myself. So it feels really good. It's funny how my energy changes through different readings. I feel like a Capricorn right now. So yeah, you're doing right by you. And I like it. It's good for you. So some of you are going for something though. Some of you have gone for a job, an opportunity, a dream, something. You're doing something, because like I say, the song that immediately came through for you intuitively was Always Be My Baby by Mariah Carey. I know you want to be free, so I'm letting you fly. You could be saying this to someone else, but I feel like it's directed at you. So because you're showing as independent, right? I know you want to be free, so I'm letting you fly. I won't beg you to leave if you're determined to stay. I won't stand in you. No, I won't beg you to stay if you're determined to leave. It helps if I get it the right way around. I won't beg you to stay if you're determined to leave, and I won't stand in your way. So it's like, I'm getting this funny contrast for you. Again, some of you have been in quite toxic relationships or dramatic relationships, and now you're single, and it's like there's this opportunity for love, an opportunity for a new connection, and it's very, very different to the old connection. So there's a bit of confusion. I was getting kind of like, you know, love is this, love is that, those little cartoon comics, and it's like you're redefining what love is to you, and you're prioritizing self-love first. So there was this comparison I was getting between because she's saying, I won't beg you to stay. So I feel like you've come from past relationships. They were showing me, I don't know what song it is, I'm sorry, but there's an Annie Lennox video where it could be Broken Glass. They're giving me Walking on Broken Glass, so it could be that one, I'm not 100% sure. But the imagery of it is she's this really over dramatic woman, and she's like screaming and stuff. And the guy's trying to move on. He's got this like this quiet little blonde girl next to him, and Annie Lennox is being over dramatic. So I feel like you could have had a very, very tempestuous relationship in your past, some of you. It doesn't even necessarily have to be romantic. For some of you, it could be like work connections, family, you know, somebody around you who was like a bit of a drama queen. Like everything had to be like loud and dramatic. So this is the sort of person, like if you did want to leave, if you did want to go and like, I don't know, do a different job, or, you know, I don't know what it would be. It's like you want to walk out the door and this person's screaming, like I'm showing like being dragged around, like on the knees, holding on to you, like being dragged around, which is very, very codependent. And to me, that's unhealthy love, because that person's trying to keep you bonded to them, right? It's like that devil energy of the chains. You can't leave me, no, and like provoking guilt, but it makes you feel needed, it makes you feel wanted. Where to me, a healthy relationship is more like that Mariah Carey song, because that's mature, and there's a discussion that's happened there where she's saying, I know you've got hopes, I know you've got dreams, I know you've got things that you want to do, I know that you need to be independent right now, and I love you enough that I want you to be happy, and I want you to follow your dreams, and if that means leaving me, then I'm going to prioritize your needs above my own. So there's this very, very mature approach to the relationship, where it's like this other person saying, I want you to put your needs first, I want you to be independent, I want you to be strong, I want you to go for your goals, and I'm not going to beg you to stay, but I would really like you to come back to me. So it could almost be to you, you feel like that's a rejection, because you're like, why are they not begging me to stay? Why are they not clinging to my ankles here? Like, so you think, oh, that person doesn't really care about me. But they do. They care very, very deeply. They care so deeply that they're allowing you, they're giving you your freedom. Where that other person, the drama queen energy, cares more about itself, right? Keeping you there, keeping you close, so that they're dependent on you. So there's something to that. Just 1 second, sorry about that. So can you see what I've got for you? There's all sorts of nonsense on here, my terrible handwriting and my terrible old book as well that I'm leaning on. So the other song for you, the song that randomized specifically for you on Spotify, was Ironic by Alanis Morissette. Mr. Play It Safe. So maybe you've been Mr. Play It Safe or Mrs. Play It Safe. But yeah, the line that jumped out to me was, you know, it's ironic. They give a lot of different scenarios, and there it's like, you meet the man of your dreams, and then you meet his beautiful wife. So I don't know if that kind of situation has happened for you, where it's like, almost like you went for something, and then it was like, oh shit, that person's actually married, and then you've had to pull back. I don't know what it is for you, but we'll see. So let's bob the Nine of Pentacles back. Really feeling, it's funny because I was going to use the Steampunk Tarot for you. That Scorpio energy there hanging around. I've clearly not shuffled, have I? So I was thinking about using the Steampunk Tarot for you. But then at the last minute I kind of changed my mind. And I'm feeling the Muse Tarot and the Lightseers Tarot. And again, it's this funny... There's this funny thing going on for you at the moment about different energies. It's like light and shadow, light and dark. I'm making a choice, and I think you're choosing the light. Okay, so let me just make sure I'm properly in your energy. A week on Thursday, please. Cappy's energy. What's going on for Caps? Give me an overview. What's going on for Caps? Oh, okay. Well, I'm not having half the deck. 10 of Wands. Yeah, Sagittarius had that as well. Page of Inspiration. No wonder I'm using the Muse Tarot. You've got a muse. Do I amuse you? Am I a clown? Competitiveness here. So you could be going for something here in terms of work where you're being competitive, you're in some kind of competition, but there's like self-reflection happening here as well. Or you may feel like you've got to fight for something. This feels like, what are those animals on there? Like cows. I thought for a second they were goats. I was like, hey, it's you, Caps. These black cats as well. Black cats are a thing for me today. I was having a lot of dreams last night, and in one of them my boss actually had 2 black kittens, and then my cat, who normally is not interested in me whatsoever, she comes in for food and that's it. She was like up on the bed as I was trying to sort the laundry out, and yeah, black cats could be significant for you at the moment. Let's just read them. Let's read them and see what they say. No, sorry, I'm being drawn to get words first. So let's just quickly get some words for both of these. Page of Inspiration, please. Page of Inspiration for Caps. A week on Thursday, Page of Inspiration for Caps. Rapture. And gives me Blondie. In Rapture. He's only eating cars. Night's Rapture night. Okay. It looks like you're going to have a really good night at some point. Or a bad night. Depends on your perspective there. Okay. 10 of Inspiration. 10 of Inspiration. 10 of Inspiration for Caps. Maybe you've had some really good dreams. I mean, the 10 of Inspiration is burdens. Free from burdens. Putting your burdens down. From summer. So a lot of burdens from something that happened in summer. I'm just writing Rapture down because it's still playing in my head. Blondie, Rapture. Okay, so Page of Inspiration. I don't know how this reading's going to go, by the way. I've not really got a plan. I'm going to see what happens. A million sparks of ideas, all the enthusiasm at the beginning, brainstorming and planting seeds for new projects and futures, successful starts, the vibrancy of youth, a zest for life, ideation and creativity, exciting possibilities. So this feels like you're getting your mojo back, which was coming through actually in one of your previous readings. I don't know if it's one that I've put up or not, but I did get this thing about you getting your mojo back. Getting back into that enthusiastic space. So I feel like I almost want to put it this way around. Like you were very, very burdened. Perhaps you had a lot of responsibilities. You've drawn a few boundaries. You've pruned that responsibility tree. You're feeling a lot more stable, a lot more centered, a lot more capable. And then after that, from that place of feeling stable, it's like then you can get back into that creation energy. Then you can get back into that ideas space which is very exciting. You know, coming up with ideas, the ideas phase of where you can go, who you can be, all the ideas that you have for the future. That's exciting energy. It does bring out that kind of. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the because it's what I'm seeing in my mind's eye right now. The Knight of Emotions from this deck, which is this one where he's like splashing in puddles. He's all emotionally excited because that's the energy that I'm getting off that card right now. It feels really fun. I feel like you're going to have some fun, but there's this thing about dealing with your responsibilities first. So Page of Inspiration though, a cloud of ideas blooms overhead, popping with the excitement of what could be. This Page of Inspiration really can't help herself. She always has 1,000,001 thoughts flowing in succession, and all of them carry sparks of infinite possibility. She laughs at the thought of putting each one of them into action. She will be the first to tell you that she will gift you an inspiration, a thought, a reason, a bright rain at the end of a drought. But it is not her zone of genius to make that idea a reality. That's your job, my love. Her rainbow hair sways in the wind as another idea pops effortlessly, this time for someone else. As she drizzles a symphony of solutions, ideas, and potentials, she shares them freely. And now it's your turn to root into your belief, hope, and faith and take action to make them real. Okay. Inside my mind, this cosmic spark and all the lines of light, a code that dives deep in the dark with radiant shards of light. So this feels like that person that's been coming down into your cave to drag you out of the darkness. I don't know if it could be spirit, it could be a person, it could be a child. But this feels like somebody who's very creative, a creative type, right? Somebody with a lot of ideas, enthusiastic. I feel like you get sucked into their enthusiasm. Their enthusiasm makes you excited. It may not be a specific person. It may be an archetype for you. When you're around people like this, you get very enthusiastic. It feels like you're the person, because you're Capricorn, right? You tend to have a lot of resources available. You tend to be in a position, you're an earth sign, so you're a doer. You're the make it happen person. So this person feels like it feels like my Gemini moon. It feels like maybe Gemini energy. It's like I've got so many ideas. Wouldn't it be great if we did this? Wouldn't it be great if we do that? It's out of the box thinking. It's the creative type. Creative types tend to be one or the other. So there's not many people who are creative and practical. It's the different sides of the brain, right? So this is that energy of like thinking outside the box, having ideas, brainstorming, the visionary. Which could be an aspect of the self. It could be a different person that you're dealing with. But I think what you're being asked to do is like, you're the person who makes it happen. You're the person who makes the dreams a reality. You're the person who takes those ideas and says, right, what do we need to do here to make this a thing? So I think this is somebody that you're working with in some capacity, or it's an aspect of the self. This feels a bit like past energy or things that you're wrapping up. 10 of Wands. Responsibilities and burdens, taking on too much. You may be the sort of person, a little bit of Virgo maybe in your chart, where maybe you do get caught up in the ideas and you do overextend. It's like you get excited about this stuff, so it's like, I want to do all the things as well, but then maybe you do find that it's a drain on you because you've took on too much, you've promised too much. So there may be a part of yourself that reels it back in, that says, okay, yes, I would love all that stuff, but let's get our feet back on the ground. Let's see what's really practical here, right? It's like what you can achieve, and then like stretch goals. She's stretching, look, she's stretching. Maybe you're being asked to stretch yourself a little bit further, to allow yourself to, oh, that's interesting. Maybe you're being told to allow yourself to it's not the message of the card, but I'm almost getting like, find the balance. Don't be so practical, so business-like that you limit yourself. Allow a little bit of that enthusiasm and creativity to allow you to stretch yourself. Look, she's literally stretching herself here. To push yourself a little bit further. It's like something about like, yes, we can definitely do this. Yes, we can definitely do this. This is achievable. It's in budget. It's this is the green light, right? And then it feels like push yourself a little bit further. Allow the enthusiasm to stretch you, to go that little extra mile, that little bit of it feels like challenging yourself rather than playing Mr. Play It Safe. Mr. Play It Safe. Okay. Responsibilities and burdens, taking on too much, the heaviness of promises, seeking, again, like people who genuinely love you, who genuinely care about your health and well-being, are going to tell you to not overextend, don't take on too much, only do what you can do. Prioritize yourself over your promises to me, that sort of thing. But then don't play it too safe at the same time. It's like, do the, because the thing is, I'm sorry, it's intuitive. I'm just trying to get a hold of what's trying to come through. It's like, when you're in this mode, it feels great. So that may be the thing, you get caught up and you promise too much because it feels so good. But there's a reason why that feels good. And there's a reason why this feels like heavy responsibility. So it's almost like you need to embrace that energy more, like kind of balls to the wall energy. But then you're the one shouldering the responsibilities. We'll pull more cards, we'll get more out of this. The baby next door is crying, I don't know if you can hear that. Seeking other paths that offer help and guidance. And again, you get this often at the moment about asking for help. You know, does his light shine on you? The thing you should be asking for is for help. Help and guidance, systemizing and prioritizing. It's like you don't have to be the hero. You don't have to take on all the burden and responsibilities. You know, go back to this person and delegate. Be like, hey, can you help me out with this? You know, you wanted this. Give me a hand here. Like, I'm sure they'd be happy to help. Like, you know, can you just take, like, this 10 cows here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 9 cows and there's you. Give this person one of the cows. Be like, can you handle this? And it's like, you can supervise as well. This is the thing. You can keep an eye on them. You could be like, right, report back to me. Let me know how you're getting on. If you get stuck, let me know. Ask for help. It's like you're the person saying to them, ask for help. But it's like, you need to ask for help as well, right? Help's reciprocal. So give them the responsibility. Be like, you wanted this, here you go. This is your responsibility now. Go and take it away, do what you can with it. Check back in 2 weeks. If they can't do it, they can't do it, right? You're just going to get given that cow back. You had 9 cows anyway, you're just going to end up with 9 cows. So it's like, well, at least give it to them and see how far they get with it. Okay. The nourishment of accepting. The 10 of inspiration knows she has to bring supplies of inspiration to the masses, but there are so many and she is just one. So is this you, or are you overlooking the burden of the person who... Are you not seeing the burden of the creative type? Or is this you? I don't know. And so she finds help along the way. She finds help, gifting life and purpose to the animals and plants, the sunrise and the sunsets, and to all who help her. She adds beauty everywhere, enlisting and accepting help as a way to distribute these catalysts of joy to those who need it. She knows that she could not possibly take it all on by herself each and every day. She knows this struggle intimately, the burden of carrying too many responsibilities, and she shares her message of being open to help. Ask for help when you need it. Capricorn, I keep getting this for you. Prioritize and simplify. Do not ask the impossible of your energy reserves or your time, as your vitality is essential to your well-being. Take the steady path of joy towards your final destination. You are so close. Unforced, I shoulder this weight alone. Unattended, I watch these gardens unshown. Strapped, I wonder the maybes unbeen. Impossibly burdened, I struggle unseen. Determined a coming success my road. Acceptance, a boundary of love unload. I was getting this for you, right? Okay. If this is you, ask for help. Stop being so stubborn. Ask for help. You're not being a burden on others. You don't have to shoulder all the responsibility. Am I still recording? I'm paranoid about my video kept cutting out in Libra's reading. How do I put this? See help as something that's reciprocal. The page is normally some kind of student. You're coming in with this 10 of inspiration. 10 is like completion. You're coming in with like the expertise, the position of like, you're taking on the responsibilities because you're in a good position to do so, because you've got the skills to do that. So this feels like This feels like train other people to do your job, right? It's like there's a benefit to them. If you gave this person some of that responsibility, you're actually training them up. It feels like this is an apprentice now. Like you're actually showing them how to do the job so that they can take some of that burden of responsibility off your hands. I don't know if you've been doing this actually. It's making me think of something. It's like, right, okay, yes, you come to me with the ideas. Here, take some of the responsibility. I'll show you how it's done. And then actually what you're teaching is this person how to make their own dreams possible. Do you see how it's reciprocal? You're not being a burden on others. There's no weakness there. It's a strength because you're actually training someone up. It seems like a good idea, right? Again, this feels like the past, like something to do with the past. Like you did this, something about delegating responsibility, right? I feel like my heart is like caught in my chest right now. Tell me more about the Ten of Inspiration, please, for Caps. No, I'm doing a Celtic cross, apparently. Okay. What's the heart of the matter, please, for Capricorn? Indecision, feeling like you're pulled in two different directions, and the time it takes to be responsibility, the time it takes to get something done. The Knight of Pentacles takes action, but they're very slow and steady. It's Virgo energy. You could be dealing with the Virgo, but it feels like your energy. It's like you're taking action, but you're doing it in a very, very methodical way. You do feel a little bit like either pulled in two different directions, or you're trying to draw two energies in together. You're trying to make something. It's like you're burdened by your duty, your heavy responsibilities, your commitment to the 3D tangible reality, right? The work that you do, the actual physical steps, the actual process of making something happen. Where here, this is see what I mean? It's like these two bags are these two cards. This is the ideas, this is the creation energy, the things that aren't grounded yet, the potential energy, and you're trying to ground it. So you're in this position where you're trying to draw together the potential, the ideas, the creativity into something that's grounded and practical. And you are taking those steps to make it happen. You're doing things that need to be done in a sensible, methodical order, planting the seeds of the future for whatever this thing is that you're creating. Right. What led you here? What led you here? How did you get here? There's that Five of Wands again. Competition. Like competition, competitiveness, your drive. Your drive to succeed, your drive to be the best. Another five here. There's this slight disappointment in something didn't work out emotionally. The thing with the Five of Cups, normally there's three cups that are kind of cracked or broken or spilt on the ground. This shows things that were emotionally disappointing in the past, normally relationships. When normally on the Five of Cups there's two cups still standing. You've poured the second cup away and you've poured it back into yourself. Normally this represents your cup, right? Your cup of love that you have to offer somebody else, and the cup that's coming into you. So a reciprocal relationship that's equal. You gave up on something, or you poured it away, or you poured that second cup back into yourself, or you've tried to pour it away but it's still there. Ten of Cups in reverse and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Something didn't make you happy. Could be there was competition for a certain person and you gave up, and there was no plan, there was no hope, there was no, the happiness wasn't where you thought it would be. Just feeling disappointment and like unfulfilled. There was no plan. There was no plan, there was no practical plan. So where's Cappy heading, please? Getting a lot of cards. Something's getting a second chance. There's a revival of something, a second chance, a new start. This is taking something that you thought was gone and making it happen. There's something you're not giving up on, I feel. This Seven of Swords, what is this? Why is Seven of Swords here? This can be like deception, creeping around in the night, playing your cards close to your chest. I'm hearing against all odds. Against all odds. Just give me another card on that. No, I don't know why I'm feeling like I need to use this deck. What? Another card on that Seven of Swords, please. What's the Seven of Swords? There was either self-deception, or somebody was being deceptive around you, or you perceived somebody as being deceptive around you, or you will, like, and you're going to see something from a different angle. You're going to get like I'm hearing a new lease on life, a different perspective, it's like a piece of information is going to come into you that was hidden, and you're going to see something from a different angle. There's an opportunity here to revive something that you thought was dead and buried. There's the Queen of Pentacles. Could be wife, partner, boss. Aquarius, Libra, Scorpio. Oh, there's you. Hi, it's you. You're in your own reading. I wasn't asking a particular question there, so I'm just going to put you back in there. The Devil card. Don't take it as a compliment. It's not a compliment. It's just shadow work, right? It's things that you're bound to, things that you're chained to. Again, could be some kind of commitment here. Yeah, it could be work, could be business, could be relationships, family. That's your energy. As I said, that you were trying to be independent, but this is Capricorn working with other people. I'm seeing the Ten of Pentacles there as well. So that's you. Hang on. There's something going on here where something to do with you working with others, or being a leader, something that was difficult. This is like this is a lot of burdens, like a long road, a tough journey, building a stable foundation with other people, building success with other people. You need to make sure you're putting your heart in it, or that your heart is in it. I feel like this is you. I feel like both of these energies on either end is you. Not sure. I'm sure it'll come out if it's meant to come out. Right. What is hidden from Caps? What does Caps not see? What is in Caps' blind spot? Wow, quite a lot. Whoa. Do you remember at the beginning of the reading I said, Cappy, you can be very, very focused on what you're doing, very focused on your skills, on your work, on your career, on your finances, on the practical things in life, and sometimes you miss out on the emotions. That's the problem. That's why I'm telling you need to bring the emotions into it. That's what the problem is. You're being too practical. Bring in the emotions, right? And that's why this didn't work, because there was no emotions. Like the emotions weren't there. And you're missing it again in your blind spot. In your blind spot, I feel like somebody's watching you, stalking your social media, they're keeping an eye on you, they think the world of you, they love you, you're their choice. They want to give you a cup of love, they've got feelings for you, and you don't see it. You're completely oblivious, it looks like. Could be sending you messages on the internet. The world can be the internet. Page of Swords is gathering information, looking at things, studying, picking up information. It is my stalker card. The World here is, it could be completing something, learning some lessons, putting the picture together. Page of Swords into the World is like looking at all the evidence and seeing the bigger picture, you know, getting all the puzzle pieces and then putting the puzzle together and seeing the big picture, learning something, completing something, moving on. There's love here, there's emotion, there's somebody trying to give you their cup of love. Look, you're here tipping it away and this person's coming in like, no, I want you to, it could be like message received as well. It's like you've tipped it into this pit and it's like, it's actually connected with someone or something like that. There's love here, there's emotions here. It doesn't have to be romantic, but the Ace of Cups followed by the Lovers, that is a new romantic connection. That is a choice in love. I feel like somebody really wants you and you have no idea. No idea, oblivious. Okay, sounds like you. What's your strength? Being creative. Sagittarius as well. You could have a Sagittarius connected to you. They have the same card in the same position. Temperance, and yes, Sagittarius. There's a lot of Sagittarius energy here. You may have Sagittarius in your chart. You may be connected with the Sagittarius. It may just be something to do with Sag playing out for you. It doesn't have to be Sagittarius. I feel like you look really good. You've taking control of your life, you're doing the things that make you feel passionate, you're very, very strong right now, you're balancing emotions and your passions, right? You're figuring out how to balance your intuition and your gut instincts and work with both emotions and passions. This is something that you're showing as being very, very strong at right now. I feel like this isn't you. I feel like this is your person. I feel like this is somebody who's creative around you, who's balanced, patient, temperate, fair, gorgeous, loving, vibrant, magnetic, patient. It feels like it's this person. It feels like you're oblivious to it and it's your strength. It could be you. It could be you just doing really, really well, right? Getting your mojo back. Give me another card on that Queen of Wands in Happy Strength. You're getting so many cards. You're getting like half the deck here. You had decisions, you had choices, you made a choice, or you need to make a choice. There's a choice being made to hold on to something or to hold back. I don't know. Okay. What's Capricorn scared of? What is Capricorn's fear? What is Capricorn afraid of? What is Capricorn's fear? You're not afraid of anything. That's good. I think it's a lie. What is Cap's afraid of? What is Cap's fear? You're actually scared of putting down the responsibilities. Perhaps you have a need to be needed. You have a need to feel useful, a need to feel valued, a need to be... It's almost like, yeah, I could train these people how to do my job, but then they'd know how to do my job and then I wouldn't be needed anymore. Yeah, you're scared of endings, you're scared of putting down some baggage, you're scared of completing a cycle, could be scared of travelling, of moving. You're scared of putting down the burdens. Because the burdens are familiar, right? You feel needed, you feel like you have responsibilities, you feel like you know what you're doing. So if you go for the new, you're going to feel like a bit of a fish out of water, something like that. You're scared of putting down your responsibilities. What is an energy outside of Cappy that's helpful at this time? An energy outside of Caps that's helpful at this time? Because you did get told, ask for help. Page of Wands. Here, look. I told you, this isn't you. This is somebody else. Or somebody that matches you. My daughter's been a bit noisy on the stairs. She's just come home from school. Hold on a second. Here comes my Page of Wands, my Sagittarius. It actually wasn't my Sagittarius daughter, it was my little fish baby Pisces coming in to give me a hug. So that was nice. Page of Inspiration and the Page of Wands. Yeah, I don't think this is you. I think this is, as I say, could be Sagittarius, could be Aries. It doesn't have to be. But this is somebody, whoever you thought of. If this isn't you, who are you thinking of? Somebody who's got a lot of ideas, a lot of creativity, kind of like a childlike enthusiasm for the world, right? A passionate person, passionate about what they do, a lot of fun to be around, very creative. Like that, they like that spark inside of you, right? That person is showing as somebody who can help you at this time. Again, who can help you? The person I was telling you to give some responsibility to. It's like that person's in the perfect position to, right, you don't have to put down. If you want, do you know what? If you want to carry your baggage around with you, if you want those burdens, fine. But at least let this person carry one of your bags, right? Telling you off again. Do I tell you off a lot? I feel like I do. I think you need that though, Caps. I think you're normally the person, you're normally the sensible one. You're normally the person with the good advice telling everybody else what to do. And I think sometimes you need someone to come in and give you that guidance and advice. You need the person, right. You're the person giving the guidance and advice to so many people. I think sometimes you need the person who gives you the guidance and advice, right? It's like, I'm your you right now. Okay. It's like you've got all these, I'm just laughing because it's like you've got all these bags. Like, it's like you're so reluctant to put down your baggage. Like, you know that you're the best person to deal with all those bags, and this person comes along. It could be a child, it could literally be a child, and this person's like, let me help you, give me one of your bags, and you just give them this stick. And then it's like, that stick's like a really valuable ancient like hand me down, like some kind of like you know, antique, and then they're skipping ahead, like you're there shouldering all these burdens still, and then they're skipping ahead, throwing it up in the air, and you're like, oh god, I'm glad I just gave them the stick. I'm glad I didn't give them any more than that. Okay. Oh, I wasn't even asking. Maybe that's what you're saying. Like, I wasn't even asking for you to help. Why are you here trying to help? Because they speak to your heart space. There's the Pisces energy. That's my little boy. Because you've got a soft spot for them. Because they come in like a firecracker, like all ideas. Cappy, give me attention. Cappy, do this thing. Come on, let's go and play. Let's go play out in the sun. Let's go and have a good time. Just drop the bags, drop your responsibilities. Come and play with me. Here's that Justice card that came through in your last reading. Are they a devil, or are they an angel or a devil? They're a bit of both, I think. They're a bit of both. Okay. There's a really nice feeling in your reading. It's really, really nice. I think it's connected to like the Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. Again, it could be children. I've got like a little funny smile on my face. It's like trying to be sensible, and here comes the kids, right, causing chaos, or it's a person who's like a child to you, you know, some kind of apprentice or something. Like, it's like you find yourself smiling. They're giving me Dua Lipa. They're giving me hot damn. Think I'm in love again. What's the advice, please? Right, okay, let's get serious. Let's get serious, Capricorn. Come on. Because this is important. I couldn't give you advice last week, and I need to give you the best advice this week. It's important to me. Advice for Capricorn. So let's see what it is. Ace of Pentacles. It feels like give that person a responsibility and offer. Like take the first step. Best advice you have for Caps. Best advice you have for Caps. I need to use a different deck. Best advice for Caps. A week on Thursday. Best advice you have for Capricorn. What should Capricorn do? What are they supposed to do? There's the Page of Cups. Again, you know, open your heart space. Take action. And Sagittarius had no action being taken. Oh, look at what's on. Oh, I cannot believe what you've got. the Ten of Cups and the Two of Cups. Do more of what makes you happy. Be around the people who make you happy. You may have to apologise to someone, but it feels like make the small gesture, especially with the Ace of Pentacles. Make the small gesture. Just be around the people who are on your wavelength. It doesn't even have to be romantic, right? Although that always gives me like wedding bells. But it's like chemistry. The people who you have good chemistry with, be around them more. It feels like you need it. It feels like, because do you know how I was saying like this person making you laugh, like you didn't want to give them the responsibility, you gave them that stick and then they're throwing it in the air. Maybe it's a kid and they're throwing the stick in the air, but it makes you laugh, right? It's hello tummy. Yes, I will feed you soon, shush. It's like it's a break from the monotony. It's a break from the responsibilities. There's a smile. It's like when you find yourself with a smile on your face, like be self-aware. When you catch yourself with a smile on your face, who's around you? Do more of that. And where will this take Capricorn? Where will this get That's one of my favourite Two of Cups cards, by the way, in the whole of the tarot. This deck is really, really good to me, which I guess is why I wanted to use it for you. It's good to me. I wanted it to be good to you. But yeah, that's one of my favourite cards. It's such a beautiful representation of the Two of Cups. Two people working together, creating chemistry together. You know, that yin and yang as well. It's a really, really nice card. And where will this take Capricorn? What's the outcome, please? Whoa, hey! Well, that's definitely a different energy. It could be, it's Leo energy. It's a match to this. So if you are the Queen of Wands, this is your counterpart. If you're the King of Wands, this is your counterpart, showing up in your strength. Leo energy is the strength card as well in the tarot. So it's also talks about leadership, having a lot of self-control, being very self-empowered, being confident, getting your mojo back. Very, very creative energy. You've got a lot of Wands inspiration energy here, a lot of fire energy. Getting the fire back, getting, you know, your passion back. Okay, yeah, gorgeous. And we end with the Ace of Wands, the spark of inspiration, right? You know, the thing that the page is working on. This is the initial idea, the initial spark, the initial moment of creation. So the idea coming in, the visualizing something, having a concept, like it's like the initial moment, right, of having an idea. So if you've been feeling trapped, if you've perceived yourself as being trapped, or you perceive someone else as being trapped, if you've been trapped in your own head, it's the passion that's going to get you unstuck. Feels like, who had this? Somebody had this. I think it was Virgo had something about moving from Page of Inspiration energy into King of inspiration energy, Page of Wands into King of Wands, because they'd learnt self-restraint. You've learnt self-restraint, and it's almost like because you've learnt self-restraint, it's like you're going to be free because you've learnt self-restraint. It's like if you hadn't had that experience where you'd had to be restrained, perhaps you would have made mistakes. It would have been like fool energy, right? But this feels like, because he's got one wand, right? He's carrying the Ace of Wands. So it's like a new passion project, a new idea, a new concept. It's going to get you unstuck. But this is the thing, isn't it? Because this person's drawing your attention to it. Here you are as the King of Wands with this Ace of Wands, this new passion. Could be new passionate feelings, a new idea, a new creative project. It's creative fire passion energy. This person drew your attention to it. This person showed you what was important. That's what it is. But you were lugging all this stuff around, right? You were dragging all this baggage around, you know, all this important stuff. And this person was like, no, we're just going to take this one thing and we're going to run with it. And we're going to build off this. We're going to, like, this once, it's like when a kid gets a stick, right? But to that kid, I'm just checking I'm recording. To the kid, it's not a stick. because the kid has a lot of ideas. The kid is like, this is a sword, this is a staff, this is a rocket ship, this is a, you know, a giant toothpick for a giant. It's like all of a sudden that thing that was boring and was just a stick, look. And this is what's being revived, because you forgot about it. It's like it was a stick to you. Now it's coming through as a euphemism. It's like, oh, I forgot what that was for. I just thought it was for peeing. No, it's sorry, I have to make things lewd. This person trying to help. This person came in, they tried to help. They saw things from a different perspective. They helped you see things from a different perspective. And now you're running with it. Now you've got this new idea, this new concept, this passion, this thing, and you're running with it. But you have got some fears about, letting all the rest of it go. I want to say, don't worry about letting the rest of it go. Don't worry about dropping those other burdens or delegating, because it's like, this is the thing. Because the Ace of Wands is divinely guided, right? This is the thing. This is what's important. This is it's like, this is all you need. And this, it could be a child is what drew your attention to it. And your advice is, be in that childlike energy, be in the happiness, do the things that make you happy, which was what I was getting immediately from that card. It was like, you have to do more of that. I want to get advice from this deck. Advice from this deck, please. Advice from this deck. Advice for Caps. And there's a Night of Inspiration. I was like, let it be. I really wanted it to be. And I'll be honest with you. I could, you know, if I was going to lie, I could be like, I knew it was going to be the Queen of Swords. I was hoping it would be the Knight of Cups, the Knight of, what is it, Emotions, because that's what I was seeing. Because I love that card. Let me just see if it's anywhere. See, I'm not always psychic. It comes and goes. That's the one I was seeing, because it talks about how happy he is. He's like splashing around in his emotions. He's having fun. He's like a kid again. You've got this. It's not about the emotions right now for you. It's about the inspiration. It's about the wands. So I'm going to read that, and I'm going to read the Queen of Voices. This black and white business as well that's been coming through for you. This particular card has been coming through for me recently with a thing about protection. It's like there's these... The black crows in this card today are like either dark thoughts or nightmares or almost like psychic attacks. Like the Queen of Swords in this image for me at the moment is like somebody who's under attack with these black crows. It could be like their own thoughts, but then this wing is shown to me. It's like it's not their wing. It's like protected by the angels is how it's been coming through lately. So I feel like if you're worried about whatever this is, it's like you're protected, you're safe, is what I want to say. I want to read Queen of Voices first then, I think. What did it land on? It landed over here somewhere, didn't it? A truth speaker, an honest and astute leader, wisdom, an ability to cut through the BS, clear vision and clear communication, wit, intelligence, good advice, strategic thinking. The voice of feathers. From the east, a wind picks up, and she feels the rustle in her hair as her senses come alive. Her magic is a little more tangible than some of the other queens, and for her proof-seeking perception, she is grateful. She unfolds her wings of wisdom and knowledge and stretches. Stretches, there's something about stretching, right? Stretching your mind, stretching your awareness field outwards, stretching beyond what you can see, right? She stretches. I need to do yoga today, actually, and didn't do it yesterday after work, and I'm suffering. She stretches, looking out over her domain. She's the Queen of Voices, and she speaks with an intensity so very direct that it cuts right through to the heart of the matter. Her words, like those of the ancient soothsayers, are clever and rife with profound insight. And there, in the wake of a million fluttering clouds, she always seeks the path rooted in truth, integrity, honesty, and a gentle knowing. I don't know if this is a Libra around you or you've got Libra in your chart, but your last reading had the Justice card. And Libra had this thing as well in their reading. So if you've got Libra, like sun, moon, rising, whatever, or you're connecting with the Libra, maybe go and read see their reading. She reminds you to be strategic and direct, and to dispel clouded judgment, and to send tiny gusts of helping winds to those in need. Speak what is right with great compassion and honesty, and communicate your truth courageously. There is magic in truth, and there is truth in my veins, where my blood speaks in sooth, and my mind has no reins. I love that, my mind has no reins. And look at this horse with no reins, right? Racing around. You know, that no reins. There's this perception of seeing somebody as stuck, seeing the self as trapped, but this person isn't trapped. They have no reins. There's no devil card here. We saw them, but they were random, right? You're not chained. You're not tied down. If that's a fear of yours, perhaps. Okay. Spontaneous creation and inspiration, taking a risk. Just a reminder, this is your advice. Have integrity, speak your truth, be open, honest, direct, cut through the BS. Okay, that's your advice from the Queen of Swords. Here's your advice from the Knight of Inspiration. Spontaneous creation and inspiration, taking a risk, charging ahead, following your dream, fast output, action, enthusiasm, and the galloping pulse that gets things done. Impulsiveness, haste. Am I still recording? I am. Magnetic symphony. Symphony, the word symphony keeps on coming out. Fireworks and flying flames. This night of inspiration is always seeking the thrill of it all, the joy, the happy tears, the adrenaline. She gallops towards adventure and the path that's most exhilarating. She listens to the pitter-patter of the rain and the call of the wind, the grains of sand under her steps, and she shakes her wild mane and roars a giant flame to life. All the elements are wonderful, she muses, but I wouldn't give up this flaming inspiration for the world, this fire, this passion and purpose, this love that ignites the skies and sets my symphony on fire. Whoa, this sex is on fire. So I'm playing a computer game and that song was kind of in it, but I had the music turned off, so I was like singing it. With enthusiasm and passion, she charges ahead, determinedly and somewhat wildly, and then she invites you to run with her and be ready to change to the world. And there in the darkness, the tiniest spark, and I knew I could nurture this flame. And there in the heart of the womb and the art was a muse who was breathing my name. I like your reading. That was a good one. I feel like I'm not going to have like an absolute breakdown after that reading. The last two sets of readings I've done for you have really sent me on a wobble, and this one feels so good. This feels like all passion and happiness and creativity and enthusiasm and sparks and just really good stuff, like asking for help, delegating, putting down the burdens, understanding that what's a burden for you could be something that's fun for somebody else, like a responsibility for you could be a learning project for somebody else. A company, misery loves company, right? Good company, like company here, like other people are here to help you, and it can benefit them. That's the thing, it's not a burden for them, it can be a benefit. Twinkle, you could be using that learning app, especially if you have kids. There's like if you've been like home teaching your kids and stuff, there's an app called Twinkle. I do think you have to sign up for it. There's a fee for it, but it gives you so many learning resources. It's what I was a teaching assistant and I was using that in schools. It's really, really useful. Vintage, maybe you've got a twinkle in the eye, right? Maybe you like vintage clothes. Repurposing, it could be repurposing, upcycling. Vintage furniture, vintage clothes, vintage wine, vintage juice. What else, please, for caps? I do think vintage suits you. Wandered. I wandered lonely as a cloud on high over hill and dale. That keeps coming through. It's Wordsworth, is it? Daffodils. Glance. All right, tell me, I want to know more about this Ace of Wands. What's the Ace of Wands? Could definitely be someone who glanced at you with a twinkle in their eye. Ace of Wands, angelic. Told you, divinely guided. This stick that your kid's been messing with, I'm telling you, there's potential there. You just have to see it. Milky, okay? Milky Way. The Milky Bar kid is strong and tough. All right, that's enough. I don't need to know any more, Capricorn. I'm going. Do take care. I hope the reading was helpful for you. I'm glad that you've got this reading because it looks really, really good, right? You just don't have to be like a martyr with that 10 of Wands. Do take care. Ask for help. See, I'm going. The milky blow is enough for me. And with that milky blow, I'm going to close out your reading. Best of luck. Do take care, and I'll see you again soon. Have fun, cats. Bye.